And I'm doing this video in my finance playlist because if you look around YouTube, especially, you'll find lots of conspiracy theorists, kind of fear porn people talk about, the dollar index. And if the dollar index goes down, that's somehow a bad thing, or it means the economy is collapsing, or it means the banking system as we know it's collapsing, or the USA is collapsing, and all this nonsense, right? So I wanted to talk a little bit about these indices. First of all, most gold bugs are anti-US or anti-banking, anti-Federal Reserve, that type of thing. But this dollar index is interesting. This is a Federal Reserve creation, so they're kind of using it to argue against the Federal Reserve. It's just very confusing. But here's what they do. So I made a graph here. There's actually more than one dollar index, by the way. So this blue line is the major currency index. That's the one that they typically show, and that's the one that's typically quoted in the press and stuff like that. This is the description is it's major currencies, so the U.S., the Euro, Canada, Japan, UK, Switzerland, Australia, and Sweden. So it's like that's like the US dollar versus its top competitors, so to speak. Okay, so that's like the toughest competition for the US dollar. If you look at it, if you look at currencies in that light. So in the time period from say like here to here, you can see it's decreasing after 2008, decreasing. And now, of course, it's going up recently is the recent trend. But let me talk about this red line and this green line because these are other indices. So the green line is the dollar index with other important trading partners. So this is ones that countries where their currencies do not circulate widely outside the country of issue. So examples are Mexico, China, Taiwan, Korea, Singapore, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Brazil, Thailand, and so forth. I'll let you read that. So this is like the US dollar, this green one, the US dollar versus currencies that don't circulate widely outside their country. So this is like the US dollar against its so-called weakest competition, if you will. And by the way, here's the 100 line. So this is if they're, so-called equal. Okay, and this red line is the broad index. To me, this is the most representative one because the broad index is just, it's kind of both of these combined. It's kind of like the average one, right? So it's all the major U.S. trading partners. So you have Euro and Canada, Japan, Mexico, and so forth. But then you also add in those other important trading partners to kind of get everybody, so to speak. So in my opinion, they should be looking more at the red line, but at least they should acknowledge that, they should not misrepresent what these indices tell you. First of all, they're relative, so it doesn't really tell you that one country's better or another. It also depends, are you looking to import or export? I mean, the dollar going down could be good or bad depending on if you're interested in imports or exports. But anyways, I thought I'd share that. Here's just a larger image so you can see a little better what the trends are here. And an even larger image. But again, most YouTubers that aren't aware of this, they just post this blue line, which by definition is going to be the lowest of the indices. And they completely ignore the red line and they ignore the green line. But then moreover, even when they report the blue line, they tend to misinterpret what it means. So anyways, I hope that helped. Just think about the dollar index a little bit more. And I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.